sneaked up on me. Or in the popular vernacular, you snuck up on me. You snaked up on me. You snaked up on me. You snaked up on me. You sneaky thing. Sneaky thing. Oh, wow. What a last couple of days. Oh, what a night. As it were. Like I have to tell you what happened. You know what happened. Fine, I'll tell you. So I finished the super secret project. And it is in the hands of the beta readers. And they are loving it so far. And that is immaterial right now. After I finished the super secret project, I had decided that I was going to go way back in time and write the second book of the reunion series, the co-authored series. It had been a long time, and I had made a promise to the new co-author that we would do it before the end of the year. So when I finished the Uber Secret project, I said, okay, fine, now, perfect timing. I wasn't really feeling it. I didn't feel that the universe or you had tapped me on the shoulder and said, hey, time to write more zombies. Wake up, sleepyhead. Gotta go back to Zombieland. Because, you know, I had just finished Bye Zombie Bye before writing the super secret project. But I made the promise, and I like to keep my promises. So I had to go back and reread everything that I had written. I think there were 15 chapters, of which I had written half of. So I reread everything, and I reread the stuff that the previous co-author wrote because she is no longer a part of it, and I needed to see if the new co-author had to, if there was any notes that I had for the new co-author. And I read it, and I discovered that, hey, this was actually a really good story. It's very much worth continuing. So after going through it and doing some tweaking to my stuff, because, yay! Over the last year, I've improved. Yay! It's a good thing. I finished the rewrites and dashed out my next chapter, chapter 16. And was all thrilled about it. And then I get a message from my co-author saying that she's unavailable right now. She can't. She's in the middle of something, and that's fine. That's perfectly fine. I'm more than happy. I made her wait, so it's her turn to make me wait, and that's fine. I had no idea what I was going to write next. I mean, I have all of these books that I want to write. But, I was in the mood, not the mood, but the mode to go back to the world of the undead. So I went out on my bike yesterday and waited. And waited and rode. And then out of nowhere, you said, Nameless Saga. I was like, great! I've been in the mood to write that for so long. I have wanted to dive back into that disgusting and horrific world of hell and the Nameless, and I thought it's perfect. It's perfect timing. It's Halloween, or it's the month of Halloween, so why not? Surely my muse would have some delicious delights at the ready for me. And out of nowhere, while I'm riding my bike, I'm inundated with ideas. And what I can do with this new story, the third book in the saga. And I thought for sure, halfway through my ride that I had the opening of the book. And then you reminded me of a short story that I wrote. The short story was called Sanctus Bellum. And it was actually supposed to be for an anthology. And I had written it with the intention of using it as a bridge at some point for another one of the Nameless sagas. And I hearkened back to what that story was about, and I thought, well, I could use that now. So I got home from my bike ride, and I opened up that story, and I looked through it, and I realized how much I loved that story. So I thought, what the hell? I'll start the new book, which is called Dark Side Down. I'll start it with that story. So last night I started writing Dark Side Down with Sanctus Bellum as the opening. And I realized immediately that I had a problem. That Dark Side Down was going to be told through the perspective of the writer. Because I had a great idea for how I wanted this to go. And Sanctus Bellum was written in first person past tense. And the first person is not the writer. It's a priest. But after reading the story, I realized that maybe that is exactly what this series needs right now. Because we've already seen the story from the perspective of the writer. And then we've seen the story from the perspective of the innocent girl sent to hell to save the world. And now, guess what? We're going to see the story from the eyes of a corrupt priest. A priest corrupted by hell, by the Nameless. So I got really excited about this story. Now I think I'm going to be able to pull in what I really loved about the original idea. And I can because I love one of the things I always loved that you gave me for the iZombie series is that it's so self-referential. That the iZombie book, which was the journal of Jacob Plummer, is referred to in the other books. So I thought it would be cool if I made Hell's Muse a point of reference in this book. And I figured out a way to do it by bringing the writer back. And even better, if you're familiar with the book Hell's Muse, you know that it's a commentary on a particular industry. And I wrote that at a very dark time in my life. And I'm going to bring that back. All because of you. All because I was on a bike ride and you finally told me what it was that I needed to write next. Not what I wanted to write next. Actually, yes, it is what I wanted to write next. But not what not what I was going to write next based on a promise I made. And I will get to that whenever she's ready. Hopefully, I will have time to finish. Actually, I'll be able to finish because I've done this before. I've co-written something and written my own thing at the same time. I'll do that. I will get Dark Side Down finished before the end of the year. And it will be a delicious treat for all involved. Delectable treat. Gets me all excited. Just because I listened to my muse. Something that could have tipped the bus over, knocked off the wheels, and sent me careening into a guardrail off the edge of a cliff. Just because I listened to my muse and the universe, it turned into a happy accident. And now, I get to dive back into hell. It has such sights to show me. My suffering will be legendary. You get the reference.